Do you find sometimes maybe that people don't take you seriously when you say the word crypto?
Most of the time they don't take seriously. All of my friends say, Raph, I don't understand what you do.
Would you consider yourself a crypto bro?
I'm definitely a crypto bro. In French, it's like when I do some interviews, some podcasts, is maybe the best time I prefer my job. But in English, it's super hard because, you know, your brain's find to have the best answer. And also in other language, you need to find the best sentence, have the good verbs, have the good word. And the thing is hard in English, the vocabulary is super small compared to French one. And when you want to have like really deep subject and really deep expression, you don't have it in English. But yeah, it's good.
And it also usually sounds better in French.
To depend your point of view. For me, like if you can do an interview in English, it's super cool. And when you see like the big CEO make an interview, it's like super cool to have in English. I prefer the guys like have interview with a kind of accent, and you see these guys like he's super fluent and also super impactful with this language. That's cool.
I guess, yeah, it's interesting, I guess, just because for us, French sounds so romantic. It sounds so beautiful.
For sure.
And then when...
Do you have it?
No.
For sure? You don't have it for sure?
For sure?
Yeah. They have a meme since 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
The French president was at the Economic Forum in Davos. And they have like some glasses because they have an issue with these eyes.
Oh.
And he start to talk about a topic, and he say, for sure, 2 times with a French accent, and they have a meme now with these glasses and say, for sure.
Okay. I feel like I've seen that photo, but I didn't know what it was from.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious for you, Raphael, what started first? Your interest in wanting to be an entrepreneur or in crypto? Or did they kind of both come around the same time for you?
Since I'm a child, I was always want to be an entrepreneur. And I always say to my parents, I will create a company, but I don't know which type of company right now. It was maybe between my 10 to my 15. And I start to sell some sneakers, resell some sneakers. It was the trend, and Vinted doesn't exist. I don't know if you have Vinted in US, but it's like a platform where you can sell. Everyone can sell. It's B2C to other one. And at this time, I only use Facebook and like some platform for sell. It was hard, and yeah, I'm wondering what I want to be in the future, but I don't know which kind of product. I always know I want to create a big company. And if you ask me the question today, what's your objective of your company? Is like not have like a solo business. I want to have like company with employees, with associate, maybe with a raise, and global company.
And so what age was that first one at? Like when you had that first spark about?
It was not a legal company, but it was at 15, my first business.
Wow.
But it was a solo one. And after that, I can create a company alone. For me, a good entrepreneur can be a solo one, but also people can find the best guys with him to create the best company, because we can create Amazon or Google like alone, or Facebook. You need to have like some good management. You need to have some good guys of the business, marketing, and every single piece of this company for create a big one. And that's why during my 15 to my 20, I said always I was investing on me, and I start to learn about crypto, learn about finance, and also continue to learn about the business, just the business pure, because if I need to create the profile of me, like busy guys, passionate about negotiation and find the best deal for everything. All of my friends say, we have the best example in Kofangan. We rent a taxi for a day, and the taxi guys forget us, and we need to go to a club, And when I called the guys who manage the taxi, I say, "Oh, sorry, I forget you." And my first reaction was say, "Okay, it's fine, but I want a 50% discount." And all of my friends are laughing. "Stop, Raph! You always try to have like more and more and more." And yeah, I don't know. I have this moment in my mind because they're always laughing and say, "Ha, stop like this." But sometimes I just do this in yeah every time, every single piece of my life, and yeah, that's maybe the best description of what I do.
Yeah, it shows that you got that entrepreneurial thinking at all times, can't really turn off, it sounds like.
Yeah.
You said something I want to hit on before we go forward in your story of like, you always want to invest in you. Do you think that's a very French trait in general?
I don't think so. I don't think they have like a country for have these mindsets. In France, we say we doesn't create some entrepreneur people because we have a good education system, not as we want, but it's pretty good for technical people, for financial people. But the problem is we don't have like this American mindset. Or we want to create some perfect product, but we don't like able to sell it. And an American guy don't have the product and sell before half created. But I think like the entrepreneur mindset is not like on your blood or in your mind. You just like discover what is entrepreneurship. You don't really know what is it, and you make the first step. And after you say, okay, maybe I can be an entrepreneur. But I don't think so. I think if you from different country, you are able to be an entrepreneur. But if you're like in the Occidental country, like Northern country, it's more easier because we have always as the minimum we need, like the health, the school, the money, the stability, the political stability. If you came from Asian country, for example, it's more difficult for create a company, or you need to find money for survive. We don't need to find money for survive because we know we can do another job. We know we can have food at the end of the day, water. That's why we have more entrepreneur in Europe and in North America, I think.
Okay. I think that makes sense. And continuing on your journey, I think I was reading like in university or something like that, you worked your way up to become the president of this, like, was it Kryptosphere is what it was called?
Yeah, exactly. I start like a classic program of business in the French university. Not a big one, not a big name, but it was a cool program. I learned on my first year, I learned a bunch of things. It was really a good year because sometimes you hear all of the entrepreneurs tell, yeah, the school doesn't make sense. But for me, my first year was super good. And I was already passionate about crypto. And the problem at this time, it was in 2020. And find people like crypto, find people think about crypto was super, super hard. And when I talk about Bitcoin at the university, everyone laughing. Now I think they stopped to laughing. But yeah, it was the fact. And at this time, I want just to meet some people, do the same thing as me, and have also the same mindset. Because if you're interested about crypto, that means you are curious. That means you want to have a kind of freedom. That means also you want to try something new. And I found this on the Kryptosphere, and Kryptosphere was the biggest blockchain club in Europe, created in France, in Marseille, and with different branch in different university. And I make my first year. I I co-found an event from Kryptosphere in Marseille and Lyon, and after that, I start to be the president. And yeah, it was four big years, and Kryptosphere is more like just a club in the university. It was a kind of family, and you see all of my friends there. The half of them from this association, and it was like a super journey. And the thing with Kryptosphere is during all of this time, it was we do all of this stuff for free, and everyone asking me why you do that for free. You can do some freelance, you can have like some project one to hiring you. And I would say always when I give one to Kryptosphere send me two, with the network, with the
We might need to do a quick pause with the rain. All right. I'm thinking we hop back in. Sorry, everybody. We're in Topanyang on an island here in Thailand, and the rain is on and off. And when it's on, it's very on. So we'll come back in. But you were telling us about kind of the journey through Kryptosphere.
Yeah.
Raphael.
Yeah, it was a kind of, I share something to Kryptosphere and Kryptosphere share me something. But the big impact was the network. Because now it's a group with more than 800 students and 400 alumni, but it's not like normal student. I always say that's the best of the best, because if you are a student, now maybe it's not true because crypto is more like democratized. You can have more people, but 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when you want to join this kind of club, it's because you have like a special things in your profile. And now, if you see all of the best crypto company, and there are also some big startup, you have like a member of Kryptosphere. And I said to my next board, guys, we build an IP. We don't build for money, but this IP, we want Kryptosphere to stay there in 20 years. Because if I was the president of Kryptosphere at the beginning, and after me, they have like 20 other presidents, and like maybe 10K members in the total, they will be everywhere. And we are on the super small ecosystem in the tech, in the crypto, in the AI is super small. And if we know each point contact, it will be super, super huge.
I love that. And I think from university, I think we were talking, you said you started like some different startups, and then you were also in a little bit of like a 9-to-5 as well, helping families with finances and like through crypto and stuff.
Maybe just before, I make some internship in different crypto company, one of the best in France. And Kryptosphere was a kind of entrepreneurship for me, because you have like a legal study, but you can try and have no risk. And that's why also I create an event. It's because when you don't have network, when you don't have like connection, if you organize an event, you're the middle of the attention, and you invite people. Say, oh, do you want to come? You make a panel, make a conference, have a booth, and they give you an edge, and you can start to develop your network. Seems like a podcast or or this kind of thing.
So you got to build your entrepreneurship skills and start expanding the network. And I'm assuming that maybe helped to get those like crypto internships and all of that as well.
So the crypto is actually, it was a funny story. I found LinkedIn when I start my study, and I see something magic, because I say, oh, that's not only the next resume of people, but that's a platform where you can connecting and find people you never find in the real life if you don't see it on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, I found a guy do the same university as me, the same program, and he was on a crypto company. And I just sent him a message. He was on an island in Colombia. I said, I just want to learn more about your company, and I want to find an internship. We take a call. He was in Colombia, and he said, oh, I'm in Colombia. I'm fishing, but send me a vocal noise. I will transfer to the CEO, and we'll see what's happened. And 1 month after, I was on the internship on this company, and I start my journey.
Wow. And then the other one was like, you did have the little bit of the 9-to-5 experience, right? With that one, helping the families.
On the family office, right. After this crypto experience, I was like on a broker company. But the problem is with the law in France, when you have this kind of company, you can make financial advice. You can just have some customer help us, but you can say, okay, maybe with your profile, you need to buy Bitcoin. And at this time, I was thinking, be the bridge between traditional finance and crypto was the best position, because at this time we don't talking about ETF, we don't talking about bank. It was only crypto, NFT, DeFi. And I found the CEO of a French family office, and we started the discussion. And I remember he said, for the moment we don't hiring because this kind of profile is like too expensive. And I said, no, I just want like a kind of internship. In France, we have like sandwich program. Is 1 week in school, 1 week in company. And say, oh, but okay, where we signed. And I start two years. in this family office. I start like just a BD and manage the crypto part. And at the end, I was just managing the crypto part, of the family office. It was a multi-family office.
I love that because you didn't just go to university. And I don't know how it is in France. In the US, I mean, yes, there's a lot of people that are on your path and are doing all the extracurriculars and really pushing it. There's also a lot of people that are partying and just doing the bare minimum and skating through classes. But it sounds like you were from the get-go, like on top of it. How can I build as much as possible, learn as much as possible, get to the next level? Right?
Yeah. It was a part of my deal with me. My first year was like really just a student year, a classic one, a lot of party. But I got a big thing on my second year. My dream was always to go in another country for study, like an Erasmus program. US was on the top of the list. And I was selected in McGill in Montreal. But they have like an issue with the government. They changed the law. And if you want to, the government paid for you like your years. You need to stay 1 year. And my program was only 6 months and 6 months internship. And my school doesn't want to change this program. And my program was canceling. And also the big thing is I'm a dyslexic guy. And when I go to different country in the school, I need to have like some helps on different like program. And in France, I know my right and I know what I can have. But in other country, we don't really know. That's why I cancel my years of Erasmus and I changed my program and I found this opportunity to the family office. But my objective was always to have a job, be able to travel and to find different people, meet different people, meet different culture. That was a big objective. And if you are like an entrepreneur, you can create your way to go to this goal.
Right. Whatever you want in your life, whatever that picture is, you create the exact company that lets you get there, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And what was the decision of deciding not to stay with that 9 to 5? And then how did you eventually start Crypto France and everything?
It's important to know in this family office, I get a lot of liberty. I can do whatever I want. I work in remote. I have already been 1 month in Thailand for develop an international network. I was super free. But the thing is, it was my 4 year of study. It was like wealth management and private banking. And at the end of the day, it was cool, but not like my passion. And my deadline was always to follow my passion and do something I like. And I can win a lot of money in this kind of job, but not enough and without freedom. And I met my associate 1 year ago, and we start to create some small business, some small SaaS, and launch some token. And yeah, I said to my job, he's a close friend right now. And I said, okay, I will stop my study. I will drop out because it's cool. And also I will like create my own company. I think it's the good moment because I've waited during maybe 6-7 years to find my company, because I love the story of people say, yeah, I crashed one company, I crashed two companies, but I don't want to crash my first company, my first real big company. And I think it was a good time to make the step to go to this adventure.
And how did the idea of Crypto France come about?
My associate have like a story of 3 years of an entrepreneurship. Maxime, they create a bunch of product, bunch of things, but at the end of the day, the problem was not the product, not the tech, it was the distribution. And if you don't own your own distribution, you need to pay for have attention, you need to pay KOLs, you need to pay media, you need to pay like the platform of the blockchain for have like the attention. And when you're an entrepreneur, you need to manage your different channel and you need to own it, because if you don't own it, if one day you stop to follow me, you stop to pushing me, I don't sell nothing and my business is broke. Mm-hmm. And we have the opportunity to buy this media and yet say, okay, let's do it, because it's a super hedge to have a media, and also it's like we can create different format we want, and we can also push our product behind the scene. And for us, it was important. And in the future, it will be a super edge. They have a play just for resell it. We build it, resell it for a big amount, or just we continue to have it. We put some people to manage it, and we have also the control. And we see all of the big entrepreneurs, all of the big CEO buy some media, buy some company for have attention. I don't know. I think it's the same in US, but all of the billionaire guys in France like have media company.
Okay.
And for us, that's the first step.
Okay. And so we met at a co-working space here in Copenhagen. It's very bare bones, but it's pretty epic that it's like on the beach. I mean, you've got views of the ocean all day. Whenever you want to take a break, you go take a swim, feet in the sand, taking calls, and started chatting. And you have almost your whole team, 3 out of 4 of you guys are here, right? Like your COO, your CTO. And it sounds like you've been doing a few of these trips. Like, when did you start doing these trips? Because you're here for a month.
Yep.
So what was like the first one, and how did this kind of come about?
What does the one have the ID?
Because you're starting to do these trips, right?
Yeah.
Where you're like traveling together and going to an epic place like a Copenhagen. I think you guys said Argentina you did before?
Yeah. The first one was, the fact is in crypto, we travel a lot to go to different events. And also the fact is for a lot of years, we don't have a lot of money. And we use like this business travel to also enjoy it and to have great time. Because make some business, have a company is cool, but also you need to take pleasure. And if you're always like in your bedroom, in your flat in Paris or in Lyon, it can be lazy at that point in time. And we start the first experience in Thailand for 2024. And we love the mindset. And it was also a moment, or we say, okay, we was in Copenhagen. It was in a big house with a beautiful swimming pool, infinite pool, view on the ocean. And we're thinking we like some relax, enjoy, but it was totally the contrary. It was like everyone was looking to ship some product, and we said, okay, we want to have the same energy. We want to be there in group, and also like if you want to go to the gym, if you want to have ice bath, if you want to take a break, you're able to do that. And the thing is also in Asia, you can have some super high services. Like this morning, I was on the way and I just put all of my stuff in the laundry, and it was like maybe 2.5 euros. And for an entrepreneur, it's something crazy because we spend a lot of time to build our company, and sometimes we forget to take care of us, have like some classic habit. And if you have people can do that for you, that's for me perfect. And also we don't need to cook. I love cooking, but they give me too mindshare. I need to think what I want to eat, what I need to buy in the grocery store, what I need 1 hour to prepare, and it's not like the best on the calendar. And here we just go to the restaurant, we have some good food, different food, and yeah. And also you thought about the co-working experience we met there. And I love to be in this kind of place because we know also the people we came are like us. Not have the same business, but they have the same mindset.
Right.
And if they are at the co-work, if they want to meet people and they want to have like human interaction, and it's important in our digital business to have like human interaction.
And it's all on a similar schedule. Like if you're staying in a hostel, you're working all day and somebody's like, do you want to do this waterfall trek? And it's like, this is the middle of the workday. I can't do this every single day. Yeah. With the co-work, everybody, similar-ish schedules, but they work and then they enjoy, they want to meet people, like you said. But you guys are spread out, at least right now, all throughout France, but you've been doing a couple of these trips throughout the last years, like you said, tagging on to conferences.
Yep. Last year, I got the data, it was maybe more than 52 flights.
Wow.
During the year, yeah.
Okay.
We do Argentina, US, Dubai, lot of peace in Europe. But the big one was US, South America, and Asia.
And you guys talked about it, how you're also now going to be starting to co-locate in one spot in France after this. So my background is I was doing remote work, strategy and stuff like this. And while I'm a huge remote work advocate, I'm also very understanding and believe in very much in the power of in-person. It's not either or, like you have to be intentional about both. And I appreciate that you guys have, it sounds like, really realized like it's what you can build remotely in different locations around France. Like it sounds like these times you guys get together. I mean, especially at a place like this where you said you can live the high life for a bit for cheaper than you could in France. It's this huge connection that you guys are getting. I mean, you're working a lot, long hours, long days, but then at nights you're going and, partying together and just, being guys, right? And now coming to the same spot to speed up maybe that level of, processing and everything to the next spot. I mean, was that a bit of the thought process in becoming or starting to now pick the one location to live at?
Yeah. This decision was important for us because when you make a 0 to 1 time, if you want to grow your business, you need to lock in. And we can really lock in Thailand. We can really lock in South America because we are curious. We love to meet people. We love to hang out. And the problem is, if I really want to lock in, is like at 8 a.m. to like 9 p.m. and I'm looking. But also, we spent the 3 last year in remote, and my 2 last months in France was super hard because I was alone, and it was the first time in my life I don't want to wake up to go to job. And I say, okay, maybe that's the moment to have like a live company. And also the thing is, we have like some other associate and other company with us, like an editing company. And it's important. It's more easier to be in the same place because I don't need to schedule a call with my guys for the YouTube strategy, for example. Mm-hmm. If I need to ask something, I just throw the desk and I got to knock on this door and I've got my answer. I don't need to wait 3 or 4 hours, and the message will be faster. Yeah. And for this type of the 0 to 1, I think is the best thing. And later, I'm sure we'll redo some remotes, and we are super flexible. Mm-hmm. We have one of our associates will do the both remote and be the work. That's also the thing. We create this company for create our own rule. Right. But it's a big step also to have like office, because in the mind of people, you are not in the same state. I say, you can come to my office, or just make a post. Say you have an office and you have some employees. People say, that not only the French guys on this bedroom and do some crazy thing on this laptop. That's serious, but that's important. It's the business, because when we do some crypto things, the people doesn't realize what we really want to do. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we have a lot of people asking, you just like create some meme coins or that kind of thing. Yeah. And when you have your log, your image, you can show what you do.
Mm-hmm. No, I appreciate you talking about like that maybe low moment before this. I think it's really common. A lot of the stats coming out right now is a lot of people like graduating from university. Younger people really want to be more in person because you can build that connection. They're looking for that more. They want to start making friends in the adult world, looking for relationships, whatever it is. And so going remote right out of university, I think can work for a lot of people, but you have to make sure you're building connection at least in some other way, and work for a lot of people is a big one of how you get it. Day to day takes so much time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's super important. Mm-hmm. But for us, the biggest difficulty, all of the guys of 22, we create at 21 and we start to really push hard at 19. Yeah. But the thing is now all of our friends are people like we like to have interaction or other than us. And because the people our age finishing their study, it doesn't think of the same thing. We can see here in Asia there are a lot of people backpacking, and with a lot of guys asking what we do in Koh Phangan, and say, yeah, we work. Say, I don't trust you. No, I really work. And they have like 28, 20 out, they are lost and asking that I don't understand when you can create your company there and what to do all of this stuff. But yeah, that's the big fact is it was a good moment to have this place, and because we move around the world and sometimes at just a point we know we can going. That's cool.
And going back to earlier, what you said is you wanted to do your study abroad, and you weren't able to do that. So is this you kind of also fulfilling that
Exactly.
a little bit too, of getting the other cultures and everything?
Exactly. And at the beginning, every year with our guys, we make a point, and everyone writes what they want in this life personally, what they want in the business, what is objective for the year, what is this emotion about this. And I wrote, I want to continue to travel a lot because I love to be in movement. I can stay in the same place. I can stay 1 month, 2 months, but I need to take a plane between this gap. I need to meet some people. Now we have friends around the world. I need to see my friend around the world. And it was like, continue to travel, continue to grow the company, and continue to like what we do. Because if we like, when you're an entrepreneur, you don't like everything, every task is because we do like some accounting, we do some legal stuff, but maybe in 2 years it will be another guys do this job for us. But yeah, for me, if you do what you like, it's super easy to wake up in the morning.
And so you guys have been doing about a month here. You have like less than a week before you go home. Are you missing friends at all? Do you feel like you could personally continue traveling?
Personally, I can continue. And Maxime will say, yeah, but we need to lock in because he think we don't work as much here. We work like maybe bigger than 80% of the population there, but if we need to lock in, it's important. But for me, I don't miss friends. Maybe just the food. But yeah, the only thing is we missed the ski season.
Okay.
But that's just this.
Yeah. It's funny, talk about Maxime, your CEO was saying that. I can definitely see him saying that we all had dinner last night. You know, he's a character for sure. But by the time I get to the cowork, you guys are typically there. And by the time I leave, you guys are usually still there. So
yeah, that exactly.
I would say you're
you know,
my
role of CEO is like to see everyone and just to push everyone. And Maxime has like a different role. It's to control if everyone do the good job and to manage everyone. And that's funny because we are like 5 in the company, but we have always like this role between my CTO, my 2 CTO, Maxime, me. And I say always to Maxime, man, it's like 9 p.m. Don't tell me you don't have work enough for the day. You have we start the day at 7 a.m. Don't tell me that. He say, yeah, but I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that. And for him, it's like a real mantra. For me, I like, if I don't do something during the day, say, okay, we do tomorrow. And sometimes we need to do something with a press day. But if you do that always, I think your mind will be fucked at the moment.
Yeah.
But so, also you need to have this kind of profile because you can push the whole group to do better and bigger.
Right. And you guys are young, and this is a great time to, you be together, lock in, push, and really try to go for something. I think it's really, really cool what you guys are doing, as, your old guy over here. So Crypto France is really like a big crypto media company trying to get people kind of into crypto. Is that how you would describe it?
It's like a digital media on X, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And we create some content for helping people to understand better the crypto, but also to have like the good information. And for us, it was like a different way to the people when they follow crypto media, they want to do some money. And we have understand this super quickly. We say, okay, we will not just create aggregation on news because everyone do that. We'll just add also some activable content. For example, if I work with a crypto company and they have like some different products to do some money, I will explain who you can do some money and where you need to put your crypto, where you need to need for win 100 euros, whatever. And the community love that because the prime of every people, they don't want to learn, they just want to follow the instruction. And if you give the instruction, like a user guide, they say, okay, that's easy. I connect my wallet. I do that. I go to the website. I put some loan. I rent money, and they learn also.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a part from Crypto. The other one is like the entertainment part. Because the fact is now in France we have a big crypto community,
okay.
But the most of the company doesn't target this community because they have already this community on their back, and they want to have like newcomers. But where we find these newcomers is like retail people. But where we find it on Instagram, we find it on YouTube, and we find it on TikTok. And we need the people doesn't care about Bitcoin, doesn't care about all of the tech stuff. But if I find videos, I find something interesting, or I don't only talk about Bitcoin, but I talk about other subjects, and they have Bitcoin in the middle, the people say, oh, that's interesting because I was not wondering this CEO like have a crypto experience, and say, oh, that's interesting. And that's our way to create some content, like create some funny, educative and good content, but the main focus is not the crypto, it's just the second plan, and you learn the second plan.
Kind of normalizing it with everything else kind of in the life, right? And for those people that have no idea probably of like the technical side.
Yeah.
Like for example, for Paige, she, we were kind of talking about it last night. She's like, I have no idea how crypto works. So what would you say like to Paige? What's your short pitch of maybe why she should consider it or look into it?
For the media, for the content of the media, or just the crypto?
Just the crypto, maybe in general, of how you guys talk about it.
Crypto like digital money, but digital money of nobody control it, and that's super important. Mm-hmm. But when I explain crypto and Bitcoin, because for me, Bitcoin and crypto are different, and I explain how money it's work. Because the problem is in the world, nobody think when you pay with your card, what's happened? Who manage this? Who takes some fees? And if the people know how it works, they can understand why crypto is interesting and want to earn this own crypto, that it's super important. But that's not for everyone, because when you have some crypto, you also take the risk to have your own crypto on your wallet. Nobody can control it. No banks, no one. And if you make a mistake, you lost your money. Right. And maybe 50% of the population doesn't want to take this risk. That's the same to entrepreneurship. Why I will create my company, I can lose everything, my time, my friend, my family, my money, and I can have some legal issue to have like just a job and to win money each month. That's also the mindset that people can have it, because crypto is not only investing, it's also like a payment. Always when we're traveling, I ask the people if they want crypto. For example, I was in Argentina, and in Argentina, they have a big issue with the pesos, the dollar pesos. Yep. For example, we was in Bariloche, and it was a big weekend with 1 day off. Monday was off, and we want to rent a boat. It was not super expensive, like $200 for the day. And we find to go to different bank in Bariloche, but they have no liquidity. No liquidity on the Friday evening. And it was like, oh, that means the people are fucked during the whole weekend to have some money. And that's why crypto is also interesting. Because if I want to pay, for example, we go dinner after. If I want to pay you, send you money I give you in like super fast, super easy. But the people need to understand how it's work. And I think most of the people doesn't want to understand how it's work, because when you understand it, you are like, oh, the world is controlled by bank, by government. And in France, that's a big subject, because we have some liberty. We live to have your liberty, but we don't control our own money. That's the Europe control this. But the problem is these people control this institutional, doesn't think about the other people, they think about us. And after they have a big political debate.
But you said the French crypto community has grown a lot. Where do you see it in terms of maybe the US or some of the other big countries out there?
For the retail one is big. I don't know exactly because US is not maybe the best example, but compared to all of the European country, we are the big one. But also the fact is interesting is when I'm traveling for crypto event, I meet always new French people, always. And on each big company, we have some French C-level on the technical part, on the marketing, everywhere. And always I say to everyone, that's crazy, they are French everywhere. But because we have some good school, we create some good profile, some good C-level. And yeah, the crypto they arrive super soon, like around 2015 in France. And now we have a big edge. But the problem is our government doesn't help us to grow this community, and it starts to be hard. But yeah, the community is good, passionate, a lot of good profile. The Web3 in France is pretty good.
I'm curious, I'm sure you're aware, it's at least somewhat of a stereotype in the US, the classic like crypto bro.
Yeah.
What do you think of it? Do you think it's accurate? Do you think it misses the mark a little bit? Like, how do you think about that? Do you say yourself, like, would you consider yourself a crypto bro? Like,
I'm definitely a crypto bro, because we live in a different way to other people. I say always something is like, if I was an entrepreneur Web 2, my journey will be definitely not the same and much harder. Because, for example, we go to the crypto event, we are invite people, the company pay us, pay our flight ticket, pay our hotel, and you have like a bunch of side events. Everything is free. You have some merch. I don't wear it some merch today, but most of my success like merch. And you can have some big experience. My last one was I was invited for speaking in Michigan State in Ann Arbor, and they have like a VIP party. And it was in the middle of the Michigan Stadium. They prioritize the Michigan Stadium. And that's the thing you're not able to do if you have some money. Or you need to have a lot of money, like to prioritize a stadium for an event. And that's the thing I love in Web3. We can have like big experience. And yeah, I think we are a crypto bro because we are degen. I've got some friends that have like, they don't live in France, but they have most of their liquidity only in crypto. And they live only with crypto. But that's mean if the market down, your wallet down too.
right.
But yeah, I think we don't have the same risk management to other people.
So you don't really worry about maybe some of the perception of the crypto bro. You're fine to just kind of lean into it and own that tag.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And now it's more like a funny thing, because it's funny when people asking me what I do, they think about I sell some information, I sell some videos to find the new Bitcoin. It's funny. People think we just do some crazy thing, but at the end of the day, when they learn hers, they say, okay, these guys just have like a normal company, because at the end of the day, it's just a normal company. We just sell services to other company or to other people.
So is it, do you find sometimes maybe that people don't take you seriously when you say the word crypto?
Most of the time they don't take seriously. Out of my friend now know what I do, but during a London time, they say, Raph, I don't understand what you do. And for me, when I start traveling a lot, the people start to understand it was like something really serious. Because when you're traveling, that's mean you take a plane, that's mean you rent a place, an hotel, and that's mean that you create some value because you have like money for pay out of this thing. And the other fact was the big thing changed for my profile. With my, I have two type of friends, Web3 friend and Web2 friends, as I call it. And I was invited on the French TV, like one of the big channel in France, to talk about crypto. And at this time, I got a lot of reaction. People say, "Oh, I was thinking it was just like a passion, or was just a crazy thing, or you believe in it." And after this moment, just I don't have thought about so much big thing on the TV, but just to be on the TV, to have like the message of the, I was on the TV. The people say, "Oh, okay, now it's serious. These guys do some real thing." But yeah, I think it's hard for most of the guys work in crypto because people are always laughing about it. But I think it was the same for Facebook, Google, and in the 20.
How have you, do you think about that much, or have you caught yourself maybe changing how you say what you do? Like you don't say the word crypto, you start with the media company and stuff like that, or do you just continue to lean into it and who's going to accept you will accept you?
Now in France is difficult because we have a big problem in France, like kidnapping. In France, a lot of crypto founder, since the beginning of the year, they have 25 people or their family was kidnapped. Wow. And that's a big issue. That's why during all of the time of my life, I always say I work in crypto. Now, if I don't know the people, because we meet a lot of people, I say, yeah, I run a media, but also it's strategic. If I met like other entrepreneur in Web2 or like traditional company, I will say I run a media and a tech company, and after I explain what is it. But when it's crypto, I say it's crypto. Most of the time I say, yeah, it's crypto.
So you guys are here in Copenhagen. You're young guys. I'm sure there's been, we were talking last night, a lot of fun. Some things maybe we don't share on the pod, but has there been like one moment you could share in the pod that's just really awesome to be here, like with your, companions, like your colleagues at work, but also like your good friends? Is there kind of one moment that from this trip or trip before that really is like, this is an epic way to live life?
Yeah, and I will think it will be like a big memories we'll have in mind during our life. Like, who did that? Traveling around the world, live in the paradise-like island, and have some good moments with friends and also working. With Jules, yesterday we was thinking, we said that's maybe 2 years ago. I don't have like holiday. Just you don't have a laptop, you don't have your phone with you, and you don't think about your company. And I say, what is a normal day in holiday? Because we go to party, for example, we wake up at like 10, and we start to do maybe 2 hours of just checking the mail, checking a post, do something. And after we go to the restaurant, we go to swim. And I was, maybe it's hard to have like just a chill day. You don't open your laptop. What you do? But yeah, I think also it's important to have like moment where you cut everything. But for us, it's not the moment. I think in 1 year, 3 years, it will be important to have this kind of break. And now my objective is like, when the company will be stable and we have enough revenue, I want each year like 1 month in other country. And not only for traveling, because I don't have talked about this, but for me, when you live in the country and you work in the country, it's so much different to just traveling. Because when you're traveling for tourism, you consume the travel. You have 1 week to visit Copenhagen. You need to go this place. You need to see this club. You need to meet these people. You need to go to this bar. And your week is like, seem like a work week. And when you stay there for 2 weeks, 1 month, you say, okay, you take your hobby. You go to the gym in the morning. You meet some people at the gym. You go to this restaurant. You meet some people. You have like some real connection. And also, you can see if you like the lifestyle, and you see the island in a different way. You say, oh, this spot is cool because I've seen at the sunset at this time, and next day I will go there. But if you're a consumer, you say, oh no, I can't because I already have a reservation to see this museum. that's why I love like traveling in this way.
It's a big way I think about it. Actually, I mean, I've been living on the road for coming up on 5 years in a couple months. And I always say I'm living in a place, not traveling through, because of exactly what you said, Raphael. It's, yeah, when you're traveling, you try to hit everything, and as I've gone on and on, I realized a couple things. One is that you'll never be able to do everything.
Yeah.
I'm a planner, so I go to a place and I have a list of things I want to do. It doesn't matter if I was like doing stuff every day or not. That list, by the time I leave, has only grown, because like when I'm there, you're also figuring out from people. And so, for example, here, we came here, I'm launching my business at the date of recording. It'll be next week. By the time this publishes, it'll already be out. But I came here really just to have a good life. And so we're here for 2 months, and it's almost been a month already. And, we rented the scooter for 2 days last weekend to finally explore the island. Otherwise, it's just been, go to that beautiful co-working on the beach, walk to some other beaches, go to the gym every day. And it's a very nice just day-to-day life, and it's a big switch. So I think that's big that you've already had that realization. I think that's a good goal for the future.
Yeah, and also you don't see like on an island it's different. But for example, when I was in the US, I spent 3 days in New York, 3 days in Ann Arbor, and the morning I was walking to go to the event, and it was like, okay, that's the American life, because you need to wake up to go to work. You need to have like your routine, and it's super cool to do that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And after you can change all the country and travel around the world.
Yeah, you guys are pretty generally early into crypto, friends. Has there been any moments that have been extremely tough for you? Any moments that have had you or the team question at all? Like, are we doing the right thing? Do we need to pivot? Do we need to scrap it and start something else?
I know Maxime and Michael have already and Romain also, because they created the company and they changed the way to the company. They created the product. But for the moment with France Crypto, we don't have like this, because we work day by day. We have our roadmap, we have our vision, but we need to create some content. We need to have reach. We need to have like impression. We need to have people came. And we try different things. And when you try, you can see what's happened, if it's working well, or if it's not working, you change. And we do that. And our main objective for the moment is to have our own salary for everyone, and like a real salary, not like 1K per month, like more than 2 and 3K, and to start to have like a personal wave, because during 5-6 years we have invest on us. But that means you don't invest in money and you just burn some money. Right. I always say I've got a runway. A runway is like the money you have in your company. But for me, it's like a life runway. I have got, for the moment, I've got maybe 1 year, 6 months, to depends how much I spend. That's why we have an issue. We have a time. We know we need to have some money. And if we don't find this money, we can continue. That's maybe the stuff we have in mind. And also it's a hard moment you see if you're able to do that. I know some guys on my team think a lot about this. For me, like, the subject, I know I need some money. It's important to have money. It's important to extract money for this personal wealth. Yeah. But I will don't fuck my mind with, okay, I don't win money, because for me, you do if you're in a way, I need to find money, you will accept everything. You will do some stupid things. Yeah. And that's why we have our roadmap. We know what we want to do, and the money will become for sure.
Yeah, it's so I'm launching my first business, like I said, and one of my favorite things about this podcast is being able to just interview, people like yourself and entrepreneurs, and it's been very consistent that around like 2 years is when 3 years is when people finally like feel like they have kind of made it, or some people it took 2 years to make any money, right? Or 2 years to make any money, 3 years to like be comfortable, 12 years for like the profits to really go up in some cases. So that's, for me, been really grounding to hear that, to be like, don't expect the instant, I launch next week. Don't expect the instant, like, okay, I'm matching the salary I used to have at the nice 9 to 5. It's going to take a lot of time. And so when you have any low moments, to kind of continue over that hump, I think that's a really good reminder, to be learning from people. So with Crypto France,
it's France Crypto.
France Crypto. Yeah. Thank you. You guys are doing a lot of new stuff. You were talking about starting a podcast as well. Yeah. Are you opening to share a little bit about that idea?
Sure. We create, for the moment, we have a YouTube channel when you do some long format. But it was a thing we want to create also, to have our own podcast, because we want to create something different. And also we want to have the advantage to own this own podcast. When you invite a guest, most of the time you invite him, and after is people we asking you to do a podcast, because you have the visibility, you have like the attention, and you have a cool format. That's why we want also to have this, and it's like a business strategy, but also I love to do that. I love to talk with people, to meet people, and that's why we have create à table, because for French people is the best moment when we, for example, with my family, we talk a lot of the call or this kind of things, but the best moment we talk about different subjects is in the table, during the dinner, during the lunch. We can stay 1, 2 hours, 3 hours, just you have a discussion, casual discussion or deep conversation. And we want exactly have the same format. I invite you, you're in face-to-face with me, you have your meal, you have your drinks. I think you forget all of the stuff around, and you create like some friend's place. And they have always some big podcast. They do a super job, but we always know, I'm Raphael, I will introduce myself, my company. We can find another podcast like that. I just want like to have some insight and some see a face of people doesn't see it in those interview and those podcasts. And I think that I will be super great for that, because when you spend more than 1 hour in front of a camera, you forget they have a camera. And it seems like on the sofa, if they have a good atmosphere, I will more able to do some and to say some crazy thing. This is just like 20 minutes of interview, asking some question, and yeah, that's the format, to be at table. And also something I love to do is, I love my country, I love the culture of the country. I'm from Lyon, I love this city, but I love also to show what's happening in France and what we do in France, because we talked about this yesterday at the restaurant. We have too many differences in your gastronomy. We have too many history. For just the history came and just stay in our country. We need to show around the world what's happened in France. And that's also the thing I like when I'm traveling. When you meet like whoever, they explain you, that's pad thai. We have this chicken from there. We can also have a fishing rod and take some fish for you tomorrow. And you create some like real conversation about a fish and a meal. But that's for me super important.
I love it. I'm a big foodie, so I think I'm really excited about the podcast and just see new French food each time.
Yeah. And the goal is also to, you don't know, for example, what is a foie gras, and you will see a foie gras with maybe Elon Musk eating some foie gras. And that's the thing is super cool. And maybe also this podcast is super, you can identify his own podcast, is my podcast, because you can create this, but if you don't have the same passion as me, and you are like not, you have a wine is from Bordeaux, it's 2010 years, super great years of like some topic ads, it will be completely different. Maybe it will be good, but you need also to have like this curious personality to share something with anyone. And I think people now behind their mobile phone, behind YouTube, want to see not like Elon Musk or Warren Buffett talking about Bitcoin, but they want also have like people, they say every week and say, oh, that's Raph, we were in Buffett. And I know we talk about Bitcoin during this video. And maybe some crazy thing about because he drank too much wine. But that's why I want the people like say, oh, that's different. In France, we have like a guy called Loris. He do some street mic. And it's funny because he go on the street. Like, I don't know if you know Bobby in US. She do a podcast. She interview the best of the best.
Okay. Yeah.
And she loved to embarrassing people and ask some crazy question. And she just give the mic. And you see, like, for example, Drake or he didn't know what to say. And that's also the reaction the people want to see it. And everyone holds in own personality and are different. And you can have a lot of different videos.
Yeah. I like the idea. I'm excited for it, man.
I'm excited too.
I appreciate you coming on. It's been fun meeting you guys. You guys have a good energy. You're all very passionate about it. Working very hard, and just yourselves. And I think that's really awesome. I appreciate you coming on. Where can people follow you, the company? Like, where's the best place for people to go?
It's more like international. If the people want to follow me, it's like more on X because I speak in English on X, and also on LinkedIn. I do the both. But if you want to discover Atable, it will be on the YouTube channel Atable, and France Crypto on every single platform. You can follow us, but it's like more French content. Yeah. If you want to learn French, that may be the best way to learn crypto and learn French.
There you go, 2 for 1.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation.
And last question for you. So again, this podcast it's called The Dirt Path. So it's about people doing things differently. And you are definitely on that dirt path, right, of starting your own business and choosing crypto, and also the way you guys are doing it right now of traveling for the months and different things like that, and using it to get that location freedom. And while that all sounds great, all of that is way harder than the kind of normal path that's out there, right? There's a lot of difficulties that come with, when you move across the world for a month, you have to think about all these little things, starting your own business versus just going out of university, doing the 9 to 5. So why the dirt path for you, Raphael? Why choose to go that way and to do these things that are, a bit harder maybe than the normal way?
I always said to be freedom, but it's like the result. And is at the beginning it was to try to do something cool and to just enjoy what we do. And I love to say something is, take all of the passion you have. For me, for example, is tech, crypto, sport. I got a lot of passion, but I try to make some connection between this passion. For example, I love music, and I will try to make some connection with crypto, and I will try to connection with sport. And sometimes it's not like you can have a connection between my business and music. But if my business is on an island and they have a lot of a techno club, I will able to mix on this techno club, do my job, and I've got my connection. And yeah, I love some brand, I love something, and my goal was to be, I will do a crypto video in turbulence. That's for me my way to see what we do. It's just to connect your passion, and the thing is, I'm connecting this passion, and that's mean I can love what I did because it's my passion, and always like around the passion.
I love it, man. Appreciate you coming on, Raphael.
Thank you for the invitation. It was super cool. Good setup.
Battling through the elements a little bit, but
yeah, but now good weather, I think, for the rest of the day.
Some birds chirping.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to get back to the co-work.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Dirt Path podcast. You can find any links to support or follow today's Trailblazer in the description below. If you got this far and really liked today's episode, it would mean a lot if you could give us a 5 stars wherever you found this podcast, subscribe and like on YouTube, and email us. Email us at thedirtpathpodcast@gmail.com to give us feedback, to give us an update of you on your own dirt path, or to send us questions, as we might be doing some Q&A episodes in the future. All right. We'll see you next time here on the Dirt Path.
Saw the exit sign flash by, a whisper in the breeze said, take a chance, don't wonder why, just follow where it leads. Oh, the dirt path, it ain't easy, no map to guide the way. Slow and hard, sometimes uneasy, you stumble through the clay. No signs to tell you where you're bound, no traffic to obey. But every step on broken ground builds something great someday.